If your mind feels more like a prison instead of a playground, it could be because you're forgetting this. A thought is just a thought. A thought is not a fact. A thought is not an absolute truth. We need to stop treating them like they are. You are not your thoughts. Not everything you think about yourself or others is true. If you have a thought you don't like or that makes you feel bad, release it. Become so aware of your thoughts and how they make you feel that you can immediately accept what resonates and release what doesn't. So when a limiting belief that's been programmed into you pops up, remember these 4 steps. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back for another video. My name is Jaden if you're new here, and if not, hey girl, nice to see you again. And while you're here, go ahead and subscribe, click the like button and the notification bell so that you don't miss a video. Okay, 1, you need to recognize it. 2, reject it. 3, replace it. And 4, repeat this cycle. So if a limiting belief comes up and you don't want to resonate with that anymore, you don't want that to limit you, first you have to be aware of your thoughts and be able to recognize it. So when that thought floats across your mind, you need to be in tune with yourself enough to notice it coming by, catch it, and reject it. Once you reject it, you're going to replace it with something better, something that resonates with the new you, the higher version of you that you are trying to become. When you've come up with a positive thought to help reframe your mind, you're going to repeat that. This is not going to be something that you can just do once and that's it. Because think of how long you've been thinking the way you have, and your thoughts create your feelings. So say you have a limiting belief, a negative thought that comes up, that then makes you feel a low vibrational feeling like fear, doubt, anger, shame, grief. Those are all low vibrational. So if something pops up that makes you think and then feel those feelings, recognize it, reject it, replace it, and then repeat. Keep doing that over and over until the more positive thought becomes your initial thought instead of you having to reframe it. So with repetition, you're going to be able to do this on autopilot. You're not going to have to put as much work into it eventually. But if you start this process and you notice, oh, I've been doing this for 3 weeks and I'm still having the same limiting beliefs come up. Pause, stop right there. Give yourself some grace. Think, how long have I been thinking these negative thoughts? How long have I believed these limiting beliefs about myself? Chances are you've been believing that limiting belief for years, decades even. Don't expect you to work through them all and to be a completely happy person all the time in 3 weeks. It's just setting the bar a little too high. I love that you're ambitious though. So implementing these 4 steps is going to lead you to thinking more empowering thoughts, which is going to lead you to taking more aligned action, which is going to help you implement more helpful habits, which is then going to turn you into your highest self. Bada boom, bada bam. It won't be overnight, but it will happen. You can wake up tomorrow and decide to be a new you. No, actually, you can do that right now. Now, decide right now one thought that you want to reframe, one emotion you want to stop feeling, and replace it with what you do want to think, feel, and do so that you can then be who you want to be. Think about people who watch a documentary about the commercial meat industry and get grossed out and decide in an instant that they're going to be vegetarian or vegan. That right there is proof that our minds are powerful enough. We are powerful enough. If we feel enough conviction to recognize something, reject it, replace it, and repeat it, we can change our minds and start living according to our new reality right now, even if it isn't just a small way. But as you probably know, those small steps will lead to bigger ones, and small change will lead to bigger change. And if you work on getting 1% better every day, you're going to look back here in a few months and be like, whoa, I'm a completely different person. in the best way possible. So get clear right now on what it is you want to do and who it is you want to be, what it is you want to have, and don't compromise for anything less. If you decide right now that your highest version is healthier than you are right now, and you want to change that and become that right now, healthier, if someone invites you to go get fast food or order in fast food, what are you going to do? What you can do right now to implement your highest version is to politely decline, deny that experience because that no longer resonates with you. If you're healthier and you see yourself eating whole foods or cooking more, then naturally fast food does not fit into that equation. I'm not saying you can never have it again, but you are where you are right now because of the choices you were making. So if you keep making the same choices, how are you going to get to where you want to be? You won't. If you decide you want to stop drinking alcohol and you're out at an event and someone offers to buy you a drink, what are you going to do? Well, if you have already decided that the highest version of yourself does not drink alcohol, then it would be in your best interest to decline. So instead of feeling pressured to just go along with the crowd and do what everyone else is doing, stand firm in your resolve. Don't discredit your decision when you're met with a little bit of temptation, a little bit of resistance. It is within your right to politely decline because you know that you have things you need to do tomorrow. And when you drink, you don't feel very good, or you feel somewhat hungover the next day and you're not as productive. Stand firm in your choice because you know you'll feel better in the morning if you do. That's going to build the trust that you have with yourself because you will see that you made a decision not to drink. You went to an event and you were presented with the option to drink, not even having to pay for the drink. You still said no, and you held your word to yourself. And then the next morning, you're not hungover. It's a win, 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 win. You did it, you know? And the more you do this, the better you're going to feel about yourself. And then that new self-concept that you're affirming to yourself is going to be your reality because you're taking those aligned actions to match. Let's say you're an artist and you want to start selling your art. But this little thought pops into your head and says, oh, you're not good enough to do that. Your art? You really think someone's going to buy your art? Please. Your art isn't worth anyone paying money for. You don't have enough experience to charge someone for your work. Come on, get serious, get realistic. No. If you want to sell your artwork, do it. Do you know how many people for thousands of years have been creating art and selling it? That's an exchange. You provided art that you made, you created from your imagination into the 3D, and you are more than capable of exchanging that creativity for money. You're providing a service. It's something of value, but you have to believe it's of value. And you deserve to get compensation for that if that's what you desire. You just have to give yourself permission to want it and faith in yourself to do it. Don't be upset with yourself if you don't believe in yourself right away. Most of us don't, because most of us were raised and conditioned to not believe in ourselves, to doubt ourselves. So when we grow up, it's our responsibility to learn about and then teach ourselves how to believe in ourselves, that we are worthy to believe in ourselves. We all have some sort of value to bring, and you'd be doing the world a disservice by denying yourself the opportunity to bring forth the value that you have within you. And the fact that you were even drawn to this video tells me that you are self-aware enough to know that you have been holding yourself back. And kudos to you for even being able to realize that. You're on the right path. But now, what are you going to do about that? Once you realize you want more out of life and out of yourself, it's also your responsibility to learn what exactly it is that you want. Be specific. You will have to do this over and over again until it sinks in. It may take time, but the time's going to pass anyway. The time is going to pass anyway. Would you rather be in a victim mindset thinking, oh, what I want, I don't get, and nothing works out for me, and I don't know what to do, and nobody helps me, You can either choose to stay a victim or you can choose to be victorious. Either way, it is up to you to decide. Imagine what your life could look like in 6 months, a year, if you keep working on your self-concept and on breaking down those limiting beliefs and breaking the barriers, the glass ceilings of what you think is possible for you. You could be a totally different person, living a totally different life, if that's what you want. And how amazing is that? Because if it only takes 21 days to form a habit, imagine the inner work you could do in 90 days. You could be levels ahead of where you are now. Isn't that exciting to think about? I know it is for me. And life is going to be lifing. And there are going to be things that will get in your way. But don't let it stop you. If there's a hiccup or a bump in the road, go right over it. Keep going. Because you can picture your ultimate goal in your mind and you can see that future for yourself. Visualize it. Get so clear about what it is that everything that you encounter, you're like, yep, that's working for me. Yep, this is just part of my story, part of my success story. One day I'll look back on this and laugh, or one day I'll look back on this and be so grateful that I persevered. I'm doing this right now. So do it with me. Let's level up together. And again, you can rinse and repeat these steps as many times as you need to for all different areas of your life. As soon as a limiting belief pops up, we are going to recognize it, reject it, replace it, and repeat 1 through 3. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you in some way. And if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment your biggest key takeaway or comment a blue heart in the comment section. Let me know that you saw the whole video all the way through. You can connect with me on socials at I am Jaden Nicole G. And go ahead and hang out with me some more and follow up this video with one of my others. So I'll see you in the next video. I love you. Bye.